Today's episode is brought to you by a scent that's made a legendary comeback, Degree Original Cool Rush. The OG is back and better than ever. Cool Rush isn't just a scent. It's a movement, a fan favorite. It's the kind of fragrance that guys remember. Ask for by name and rave about online. It's bold, fresh, and delivers all-day sweat protection with that cool, crisp vibe that made it a legend. Whether you're heading to the gym, the office, or just trying to stay fresh on a long day, Cool Rush has your back. It's the go for millions and for a good reason. So if you haven't tried it yet, or if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. Head to your local Walmart or Target and grab Degree Cool Rush, the fan favorite scent from the world's #1 antiperspirant brand.
LL Cool Bay.
Good morning, y'all. My grandmother's listening. Y'all say good morning to my grandmother.
What's up, Grandma?
She's so excited to be able to turn on the radio.
Grandma Lo.
Nice.
Yes. Good morning. So Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian is saying that Kanye West has not seen or heard from his kids in months. And she sat down on the Call Her Daddy podcast and got into what it is like co-parenting with Kanye. Let's take a listen to Kim on co-parenting.
Can we talk about the state of you and Kanye's co-parenting relationship?
It's not easy. I mean, I raise the kids, full time. They live with me, and I welcome a great, healthy relationship with my kids and their dad. And I think he knows that. I push for it all the time, but I also protect them when it's time for that. And it goes in waves and phases, and it's a lot of work. But I have the best memories and the best relationship, with my dad. And even I love that, I see Tristan puts, their kids to bed every night and takes them to school every day when he's not, in season. So I just welcome healthy relationships, but it's not easy.
When was the last time Kanye saw the kids?
Whenever he'll call for them and ask, it's probably been a couple months since we've heard from him.
No, she does say that, sometimes if he is going through his mental episodes, he might just, take his distance because of those things. But she says a lot of times she can't really explain, why things are the way they are, but she tries as much as she can as a parent. She doesn't speak bad about him to the kids. She plays his music whenever they want to hear music. She does all the things that she can, to the point where North has said to her mom, you don't got to pretend to us. We know you're sad. We know what's going on, because North is older. But she says she tries to do everything she can.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Kanye not seeing his kids in months. How do we know he hasn't been going through an episode?
Right. Yeah.
We don't even know what Kanye is. I haven't seen Kanye online or anything like that. And, you can't have a healthy relationship with a person if a person isn't mentally healthy themselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you say that he'll take the distance. I think it's good that he takes the initiative to take that distance, because he knows he's not in his right mind to be around his kids.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't really get into details of how that goes, but she basically says that sometimes that that happens. So it makes sense that maybe he just isn't in this space to, what I mean?
I hope that it encourages him, if he's not getting help, to get help, because regardless of what he's going through, you still need a father, right?
Yeah.
You still had these kids, and these kids need a dad. And like you said, North, just from what we see on the outside, look like she idolizes her dad.
Yes.
She loves her dad. So the fact that he hasn't called or reached out or whatever it may be is very sad for any child, I'm sure.
Yeah, and she also addressed the conversation, because Kanye has claimed a few times that they keep the kids away from him purposely. She addressed that as well. Let's take a listen to that.
I think that the one thing that just gets me is that there's this narrative that I keep the kids. I've never once done that. There's been so many times where I've been I just want to show all of these texts. What are you talking about? We just haven't heard. I beg them, to go hang out. But it's more of just the narrative that I think it's all good and we're living our life. And then I just wake up and there's all these tweets about how I've kidnapped the kids. And I'm it's not a kidnapping. It's a divorce.
Also, if a person isn't mentally or emotionally healthy and this person be having episodes, do you want them around the kids in that state?
No, she says too that when that is happening, it's still their dad, so she's very protective, and that's the only reason why, because of what you just said. And she says sometimes she'll even do things she'll take measures where it'll be well, why don't you come see them at my house, or why don't we go to this place? She tries to control it a bit because of that.
Or if one kid is into soccer, I see him. He used to go to the games all the time. Come to the games, or just support. Just be there, show your face.
Yeah. Now she also got into the internet trolls, because people be coming for Northwest and how she dressed and all the things. She talks about how hard it is to be a single mom, and she's asking people to give her some grace.
She's so creative and she's so amazing and really, it's so funny. She's like really mature in one sense where she'll be like, Mom, I saw this and like, I don't really care that they don't like, if someone says they don't like my blue hair. She's really confident and is like, I probably wouldn't be hanging out with those people. Like if you saw like, what did they look like and what are they wearing? And, you know, and I think like any mom of a teenager or a preteen, unless you've been here, like, please, we just need a little bit of grace. Like it's really hard. It's interesting because all the kids are like wearing the same things, but then my daughter tries to wear it. And then I'm like, okay, we're never wearing that again. But what I do know is my baby's such a good girl and such a sweet girl. But yeah, I just think anyone that's raising kids, especially 4 kids by myself, I'm doing the best that I can. And my babies are good babies.
Yo, I love Cameo. It's just always the dip in the voice, like every single time. Like, yo, I love the way they do that. It's so amazing.
Also, there's no such thing as grace on the internet. There's no such grace. There's no such thing as grace when you're in the public eye. So when you let your kids get online and do whatever it is that they're doing, folks are going to judge you. Folks going to criticize. They're going to have an opinion. So if you don't want them to have to deal with that, don't let them get online.
And listen, she said something. She said when people get on her daughter, she's like, "Oh, we're never wearing that again." Why? No, you don't let them yield that for you. That's why I love that Northwest don't care either. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's more of
it's her style,
like a protection thing too, though. Like she wants, because Northwest and her friends are on the internet, so I think maybe she's trying to like kind of stop some of the backlash stuff. But she's
not gonna,
especially when you're in a Kardashian family, because the way people just go at them, it's insane.
Just continue.
You don't even got to be a Kardashian.
Yeah, you don't. But it's just heightened because people.
It's regardless. I mean, she's a parent at the end of the day. Continue to be the best parent that you can be. Continue to show up, because half the people that's saying these things, their kids are probably effed up.
You know what I'm saying? Or doing the same things, like she said. Every other kid wears this and does this and does makeup and all that. Why is it a problem when my child does it? Oh, because her father's Kanye. Oh, and I'm her mother, Kim Kardashian. Just keep letting it be her.
Yep. I want to have daughters, but I was listening to this like, whoo, that sounds like a nerve-wracking as a parent to like try and like, you got to police your kid, but you don't want to police your kid too much. But like, you want them to be expressive. Like, that's a lot to figure out.
The love of a daughter compared to the love of a son is well, never mind.
It is different.
It's different. No, like the way that a daughter treats their dad, it's like no other.
Yes.
Like when I say no other.
Yeah.
If I'm sick, if I'm this, if I'm that, my daughters are right then and there. If I'm outside having to do something, my daughter's like, Dad, I'm coming. My son's up and playing video games, Dad. Call me when you need me. But it's like that love of a daughter daddy is something. It's something else, man. I love all my babies, but my daughters, woo. They love me. They love their daddy. Yeah,
that's it. She also talked about Kanye giving away Lambos too. Like she would wake up, he would just give away their cars.
Oh, their cars.
But it wasn't just because he was having mental episodes.
We're about to listen to it. Let her get to it. Go ahead.
Thing where I would like come home and we had like 5 Lamborghinis and I'd come home and they'd all be gone, you know, if he was in an episode, and I'd be like, oh wait, where's all our cars? Like my new car. And it would be like, oh, he gave them away to all of his friends. And then I'd be like, okay. And then I'd come home again, and at a different point we had, 5 more Lamborghinis, and then I'd wake up in another episode and they'd all be gone again. And that time I was like, keep them, guys, like I don't know what to say.
I would have loved to have been his friend.
I was thinking the same thing. Why was I friend?
You know what I mean?
Kim was doing the best she could in that situation. People was dragging her. Yeah. People were blaming her for so much during that time. Yeah. But she said she's doing the best she could.
But if you're a friend during that time and you know he's going through an episode and he gives you a Lambo, you gonna take it?
Yeah, you damn right I'm gonna take it. And when that episode over, don't try to get it back.
So I know for some people like that's just content, but there's never enough conversation about the people who have to deal with individuals with mental health issues.
Yeah.
Like trust when I tell you, they are not okay. Like Kim not a caretaker. She's not a psychiatrist or a therapist. Like and watching a loved one slowly go into some type of severe psychosis, that is
and then your husband.
What? Yeah.
And
you have kids, and she says it got to the point, because this is what happens, it started to weigh on her mental health, and she just didn't know what to do at certain points.
That's
because she couldn't predict it. So she didn't even know how to she didn't know how to help.
Listen,
I was gonna ask you, do we ever understand why we got there though? Like, because I'm sure when they were dating it wasn't like that, because she probably would have seen some red flags and be like, maybe not. So what triggered it to get there?
That's not true. As you get older, some people start going into severe psychosis. psychosis. People don't know why. I don't think they know why, but
Yeah.
some people get diagnosed later in life. You know?
She didn't say exactly what it like. This is what happened and this is why. But she did talk about there were slow signs of like their relationship changing and things starting to happen. But she didn't know like what is she going to do? She's just doing the best she can.
But I get what you're saying too, Envy. Like sometimes you'll see signs and you'll see certain patterns change, or you're in the mood too long, or why are you doing this right now? You know what I mean?
I've watched two people in my life break down, and you
There's no signs. Just
never
happen.
seen it coming.
Just slowly, you things just start getting a little strange, but you just never know that all of a sudden it's just they snap.
switch.
But I just wondered, like, was it his mom passing or something with music, or was it a relationship?
Absolutely,
or was
I
it,
feel like that we'd have.
or was it a
I think so,
drug,
too.
or was it alcohol, or something? You know, what I mean, like, always curious to what got him to that state.
I just know folks get caught up in the celebrity of it all because it's Kanye and Kim, but no, it's an ex-wife who had to deal with somebody with severe mental health issues, and that's a serious, serious issue. Those folks that deal with people with severe mental health issues, they need help too, and people need to talk about it more.
Yep. So check out that episode if you guys want to go and watch. Call her daddy, or listen on the podcast.
All right.
That's it.
Was it triggering for you in any way, Lauren? Yeah.
Why would it be triggering
It
for her?
was a little bit.
Yeah.
Why would it be triggering?
Because her father.
I do
She do
have
got a father.
dad.
Everybody got a
I didn't say
father.
she didn't.
In the beginning of the episode, Kim said her dad was a great example
over
of
there
what
talking
her
about-
relationship should be, but she went the
Yes.
exact opposite way.
You told over there talking about
Oh,
the
so you
love
trying
the
to
daughter
tell
gives
us.
you and all that.
Yeah, you.
Okay.
That's why I didn't say that.
You should send that episode to your
Be
father.
cautious.
But is your dad going through mental health? The reason why he wasn't around?
I do think my dad has.
Don't diagnose that
No,
man. He just
no.
ain't want to be with you.
I
oh my
promise you.
goodness!
Whoa,
Don't
Mr. Mental Health,
But how
didn't
you
you
gonna
just have a
how you
whole
gonna diagnose that man? You know,
something
and
or
you
something?
shouldn't diagnose people. Don't diagnose that man.
I'm just telling you. You said you see slow signs. I feel like there are things that he's dealing with that cause certain things.
I'm sorry.
But he's never been there for you.
Damn.
First of all, that is not true.
my
I got pictures
God.
with him. I got pictures. That's not true.
And
Can we
seeing
wrap
slow
up?
signs is crazy.
We
Talking about
gotta
she's
get
seeing
outta
slow
here.
signs. Your father ain't slow.
I ain't seeing him. He texting me.
You made a choice.
He made a choice?
Yes.
I'm choosing to get out of this segment.
All right.
We gotta go.
Hold up. Every day I wake up. Wake your ass up. The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?